No. That's a great win for Florida State. They're 2-0. They're going to go to the bye week. No. Is it Miami? Miami, who played another cupcake, they win. They look great, 2-0. Oh, no. Is it UCF? Hey, where Jackson's the quarterback, they put up big points in their game as well. Another lightning delay there at the bounce house, but they get it done, and they go to 2-0. Oh, no. No. The big story from over the weekend, where it's throughout the whole state of Florida. Everyone's talking about it. It's University of Florida laying an egg and losing another winnable game under 4-year head coach Billy Napier. That was awful. Just awful. Awful. If I would have told you Saturday morning before kickoff that the University of South Florida, who did look great in their opener against Boise State, where they destroyed the Broncos, and going to this game, it's like, hey, they got momentum. They could play some football. Hey, they're going to put up a fight against Florida. But if I would have told you Saturday morning going into that game, oh, yeah, South Florida's going to score 18 points. You're probably thinking, all right, well, Florida's going to win by like, I don't know what, 20, 25, 30 points. I mean, the spread going into that game was 17.5 points. Vegas is usually not wrong when it comes to these things with point spreads. They were wrong with this one. Florida was terrible. They lose again. They were ranked 13th in the country, 17.5 point favorite going into this contest against South Florida, and they lose 18-16. They had over 10 penalties in the game. They almost had as many penalties than they did points in a football game they lost. Just awful. And Billy Napier, the head football coach, who I've met a couple times, nice guy, after 40 games as the coach there in Gainesville, he is now 20-20. 500 football there at Florida. Just awful. Awful. And you just went through last offseason, and you went through 2024, where he was on the hot seat in September last year, but they recovered, and they let DJ Lagway play. And they finished strong, where they beat, you think about this, a ranked Ole Miss team, a ranked LSU team, and they destroy Florida State. Then they win their bowl game. 4 straight wins to end the year. Momentum. Hey, let's play better football. And many experts, many fans, many fanboys with their own podcasts were hyping it all offseason. This is the best team Florida's had roster-wise in a long time. You got a superstar quarterback in DJ Lagway. Everything's in place to win. Everything. Except the head coach doesn't know what he's doing in the fourth quarter. That was awful. In the second half, remember, it was 9-6 at halftime. In the second half, Florida had multiple possessions. And all they did in the second half was have one scoring drive. And that was because the freshman Brown had a great punt return, and then he got pushed out of bounds, 15-yard penalty. They start 1st down and 10 at the opponent's 20-yard line. Score the touchdown to get to the 16 points. That's it. That's all they did. You can't be a championship-level program, and you're at home against a lesser opponent and only score 16 points and lose. Ridiculous. And then so many penalties, and the worst was, and this is nothing new, spitting in the face of your opponent. We just saw this 2 nights before with Philadelphia. Jalen Carter did it. He got kicked out. And then you have a Gator player, transfer, spits in the opponent's face, 15-yard penalty. That final drive by South Florida was one of these things where Florida couldn't stop them, and also Florida helped them go down the field with 2 straight 15-yard penalties. It's ridiculous. Then with less than 2 minutes ago, Napier is not using his timeouts. Did his brain fry? Did it melt? How do you not know these things? And that's why in that situation, I was just so disappointed. I wasn't shocked. I'm just disappointed because it's year 4. I've been here since 2013. I went through Muschamp. I went through McElwain. I went through Mullen. And now I've gone through Napier. And I'm probably going to be in a situation where they're going to get rid of Napier and then they're going to replace him with someone else. They're not close to being a championship team. Remember, the University of Florida has not won an SEC championship or a national title since 2008. 17 years ago. That story can go and get into a R-rated movie. It's bad. And look, they haven't won a championship since the BCS era. They won a decade with a 14 playoff, and the Gators couldn't get to the playoff. Now they've expanded it to 12 games. Can't get to the playoff. That's why it's so disappointing. I know there's a lot of Gator fans here in this area. There are Gator fans all throughout the state. It's the marquee franchise. I told this to my dad the other day. Florida is like the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. There are thousands of people like rooting for the Gators, and then there's probably even more thousands of people who hate the Gators. Everyone knows about the Gators, and they laid an egg again. And this schedule does not get easier. No, you're at number 3 LSU, then you go to number 5 Miami, then you host number 7 Texas. Then you go against A&M on the road. 3 of the next 4 are on the road, and they're all against top 20 opponents. If you are Billy Napier, you're going to have to go 3-1. You're going to have to. If you want to save your job, you're going to have to right the ship, and it starts this weekend in Death Valley, a place they've not won since, I think, 2016. Remember, they made the 4th down goal line stands against LSU. This is when, remember, there's so many M's in my head after a while. Jim McElwain was the coach. They stopped LSU. That clinched them the division, and they went to the SEC championship game. 2016, 9 years ago. Dreams go to die at Death Valley. It's called Death Valley. It's not happy. It's not Cupcake Valley. It's Death Valley. Gators better show up. And the other one, I can't believe I have to say this, is maybe we hype DJ Lagway a little too much. How many games has he started? He's a second-year player. Has he started 5 games for the Gators? He was injured in the spring. He was injured in fall camp. It looks like he's not at 100%. He's getting hype. I'm guilty of this, but maybe we should have, hey, maybe he should have played a full season before we build a statue for him. It's the same thing at Texas with the Manning kid. Hey, how about we play a full season before we anoint him as the next great Tim Tebow? How about we do that after a while? And the current state of transfer portal, NIL, Lagway's getting millions of dollars to be the quarterback at Florida. You can't have a clunker. You got to put up big stats, and you got to win at the University of Florida. So that was just like, man, oh man. Terrible, terrible offensive scheming, stupid penalties, don't understand clock management, and they lose the game. That was awful. Awful. And I don't think right now, Billy Napier, I don't think he survives the season. I don't. Unless he could somehow turn this around, win at LSU, beat Texas. I mean, he's going to have to. Next 4 weeks, 4 top 20 opponents. 3 of them are in the top 10. You're going to have to go 3-1. Yeah, that's the only way you're going to save this after a while. Just shocking. And I think the number one thing I took out of this weekend, and I take out of this season so far, Mike Norvell at Florida State knew he was in trouble. He was on the hot seat. Coming off a season where they went 2-10, a disaster there in Tallahassee. What did he do? He decided, I'm going to go get someone to help me out. So he gets Gus Malzahn, who's a head football coach at Auburn. Then we saw him at UCF the last couple of years. And they said, you're going to do the offense. You'll be the offense coordinator. I'll handle the team as head coach. You handle this offense. They get a real quarterback with experience in the ACC and Tommy C. And they turn around. Again, 77 points, school record, 11 touchdowns against the Cupcake after they embarrass Alabama in the opener. Florida State looks like a legit contender who can maybe compete to win the national title this year. That's what Mike Norvell did to save his job. What did Napier do? Nothing. Zero. He said, I'm going to call the plays, and it looked like a vanilla high school offense on Saturday night. And it was so pathetic. South Florida scored 18 points and won at the Swamp. Are you kidding me? That's the difference between the two programs right now. I know it's early. There's 10 games to go, but it doesn't look good right now there in Gainesville. And one more point.